Hey guys, Ashley here. Welcome to my second video. I'm so excited. So we finally got the basics kind of out of the way. As you can see, I still kind of have my face on from work. I wanted to make sure I got this done as soon as possible so that way I can get as much natural light as possible because I know lighting was a bit of an issue in my last video. So I want to make sure that that wasn't going to be a problem here because I'm going to be featuring one of my very favorite eyeshadow looks. If you follow me on Instagram, I did show the look when I went to the Coheed and Cambria concert on Saturday, so you'll get a more detailed look of, you know, kind of what goes into that today, and I am super duper excited! Alright, so a couple things you're gonna need before we get started. Definitely an eyeshadow primer. You have to have one of these. Like, you can't put eyeshadow on without it. It just isn't the same. The one that I personally use is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion for long-lasting eyeshadow. Sorry about the blur there. It was, I believe, like $16, I don't know, at Ulta or something like that. I got it on Black Friday and it was on sale, to be honest. But this is insanely important to have just because I suffer from oily eyelids, so this just helps your eyeshadow stay on all day, and it also actually helps the colors pop a lot more. Just want to kind of dab that on my eyelid, or on your eyelid, I should say. Definitely get under the eyebrow bone as well, because your eyeshadow, I tend to carry my eyeshadow all the way up. And you can see, like, my eyeshadow is a little more, my eyelid is definitely oily from, like, the day, but look at the difference the eyeshadow primer makes. Alright, so that's one eyelid down. Now, I'm really excited because the palette that I'm going to be using today is my all-time favorite, the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. Yay! I got it as a Christmas gift. I'm really excited about it. It was only like, I think, $38 on the Morphe website, or you can get it at Ulta. I love it because no eyeshadow palette comes with this many colors at this price point. I have other palettes that have cost me more, and I have maybe one row of these in a palette. So the value for this is phenomenal, and the colors are fantastic. Super vibrant. You really don't need to use a whole lot. They're just my favorite. So yeah, this is the one I always suggest for people. If you're gonna get a palette, this is it, people, right here. Especially if you're like a first-time eyeshadow person, this is perfect because look at the range of colors you get in here. It's awesome. So enough about that. What we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna take my blender brush. This one is personally, I'm using the Lancome number 17. It is the blending shadow brush. So the first color that I'm going to be using for my crease here, you always want to start light and kind of darken. So I'm going to be starting with the third color in. This one is called Faint. So it's kind of like a light brown. I don't know. I'm not good with colors. So you're just going to swirl the blender brush in there, tap off, and then you're going to get right here in the crease. You can see how, like, it pops so much more, and to be honest, I probably have leftover eyeshadow from Saturday. I'm gonna go back, always tap off the excess, you don't want to fall out. Again, in the crease. Now, if you're super OCD, what some people will do is they'll take, like, their setting powder, so at the same time they're baking, what they'll do is they'll put it, like, here, so that it catches the fallout for you, and then you just kind of swipe it away. I am personally either too lazy or too busy to bother with that, so just let it be. Like, I don't have time. As a mother, we never have time, so yeah, I don't have time for all that. Now, you can see Faint. The next color, my next transition color is what these are called, is going to be this one here. It's the second one in, and it's called Firework. It's a slightly darker brown from the one that I started with. Now, when you do your darker color, again, swirl it around in there, tap off. I always start from the outer corner and then work my way in, because where I want the color to be most is in that outer corner. And then just drag the excess in. You see how I grabbed it lower on the brush this time? It's because I really want to pack this color in the corner here. And again, I'm using my camera's mirror. Sorry. Okay. So it's not like a super crazy difference. It's very subtle, but you can see it's a little darker than the other one. Perfect. So now the next color I'm going to go in with is this really deep orangey color. It's like a burnt orange, I guess you could say. This one. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one in. This one is called Pooter. Pooter. So yeah, that's Pooter. So now this deep orange, again, you're going to start in the outer corner and work your way in. Now I love eyeshadow, like warmer eyeshadow colors. I don't know, I feel like those look best and they work with a lot of different ensembles. Also, may have gone a little too crazy with the orange there. We'll fix that, it's okay. I promise it'll work itself out. So you can see the orange there. Now I also try and pack it even below the crease onto like my actual lid, and make sure you just really pack it in that corner. You really want to define that corner of your eye. There we go. Alright, go back in and do the same thing, of course, on the other side. Again, I may have gone a little crazy with it, but I promise it works itself out once we're finished. Just trust and believe in me. Alright. So now that we've got that really pretty burnt orangey color, what the color I'm actually going to be working in there next is this really dark brick red. Right here. Let's see. This one is called Hillster. Hillster. It's a really pretty dark red color. So we're going to take that, tap off the excess there. This is going to go all in the corner. Not so much on the inside. You really just want it here. Sorry again for the sniffles. My allergies are killing me. And then you can work some of it into the corner there. I'm going to pack a little more in there, just because it's not as deep as I would like. You can see how I'm just working in the corner of my eyelid and then blending it out a bit. And again, I may not be doing this right, but you let me know. There's that. Okay, that's good for now, I think. Okay, so you can see, really pretty brick color. Yeah, you're looking a little crazy. It's okay, it'll come together. So now what I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and work on the lid. I'm using this really pretty pink sparkly color here in the corner. It's called In Light. And I'm going to be mixing it with this like gold color here, which is called Creamsicle. So In Light here and Creamsicle down here. So you're just going to take a little bit of this one and a little bit of this one, and what we're going to do here, instead of wiping it on your lid, which will create an insane amount of fallout and you don't want that, you're going to pack it. You're going to just tap it on your eyelid like that. So you want it mostly in the middle, and then some, I usually put some in the corner. It's just like my highlight, so I really don't have to go back and do it later, because again, we're time crunch. So you're going to pack it into the middle and the inner corner of your eyelids here. You see? Now it looks a little much, so what I tend to do is I go back in with my blending brush, and I don't put any more on it. I just take whatever's on there and you blend it. There you go. Simple as that. Alright, so now we're going to go back in with the Enlight and Creamsicle. Tap off the excess there. And do the same thing on the other one. Now I like putting it on the center of your lid just because it'll highlight that. And again, going back to my blender with nothing extra. Just leaving whatever's on there. And just blending it. Alright. So, I may end up just like packing a little more on this one, I think. And there it is. So that says the top part. Now for me, like, this just doesn't feel complete. Like, it just doesn't look right, right? And I'm sure you guys are thinking the same thing. So what I do in order to kind of just complete the look is I will go underneath here. So I'm going to go back and use the Faint to start with. You really just want to pack it on top of the actual brush. Of course, tap out the excess. I'm going to be going under here. And this is just to create a base for the other colors to sit on. I guess you could say. Go back with Faint for the other one. Okay. So again, it's not to make like a huge difference or anything. Now I'm going to go again with this next darker color, Firework. Now from here, we're gonna go just straight for that same orangey color. What was this one? Pooter. How could I forget? So we're gonna go back in with Pooter. And make sure you connect it here at the corner. I didn't do the greatest job there, so I gotta go back. See how so far, like, it looks like it's finally finishing it. Now the last but not least is going to be that same brick color, Hilster. Wow, how could I forget these names? Hilster. So I'm going to go back in. Now this one I'm mostly going to keep just in the corner here. Again, it adds depth. See? So much better. Now it looks finished. Now, if you're looking for, I mean, you can just do this, throw in your mascara, top and bottom, of course, and then go, or you can add a little more drama, which is exactly what I did for Saturday, because it was a rock concert, so I wanted to be, you know, a little extra. Now if I can find my eyeliner pen. I wear contacts, so it's a little, like, off-putting sometimes. Alright. Now, I already have mascara on, but it never really hurts to go back in with another coat, especially after a day. a really nice look. I like being dramatic with my eyeshadow sometimes, so this is one of my favorites. And I mean, everything I used was in one palette. For the money, you can't beat it. I love it. But this is it. Yay! Alright guys, well, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment any ideas you have for future videos that you'd like to see, any questions or anything like that. I've actually decided to rename my channel thanks to my team lead. Shout out to Casey for the great idea. I've been using Mama Still Got It as a hashtag on my Instagram, so I've decided to officially name my channel Mama Still Got It. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!